А, Всем привет. В общем, мы продолжаем сегодня сейчас Dreamfall Chapters. Вот. А, я давно не играл в нее, и я на самом деле хочу ее закончить, поэтому... Да, поэтому... Я надеюсь ее закончить, я только сейчас схожу за ушами схожу. Итак, на самом деле с этой игрой какие-то очень непонятные странности происходят, потому что, ну как непонятные, понятные в принципе. Просто оно то не записывается, у меня то вылетает, то еще что-то. То есть я уже несколько раз пытаюсь, записать один и тот же момент. Причем, да, типа один и тот же момент. Короче, а, там был... мы вообще остановились на том, что нам нужно было поговорить с Вороном и утешить его насчет вот Эйприл. Ну, сказать... Ну, короче, Ворон же не знал, что Эйприл погибла. Вот. И нам нужно было поговорить с ним. Ну, в общем, а учитывая, что у меня что-то непонятно какая-то ерунда, у меня то, игра вылетает, то у меня звук не записывается, то у меня там, не знаю, кадры пропадают, изображение не пишет. Вот. Какая-то вообще вот такая вот тема. И в итоге я, короче, переигрывал, и у меня этот момент вот с разговором с Вороном, у меня сохранение улетело. Просто. Поэтому, ну, короче, я просто скажу, что там было. Мы, короче, подошли к Ворону и сказали... Зоя сказала, что типа, я думал, ты знал, а насчет Эйприл думала. А он такой, я должен был это чувствовать, я должен был это почувствовать. Вот и так далее. Так, ну вот опять у меня... Блин, я даже не знаю, от чего это зависит. Вот. И мы такие... Зоя такая, ну надо типа жить с этим дальше, надо учиться жить с этим дальше, и говорит. И Ворон такой, да, я учусь жить с этим дальше. Вот. Ну, в общем, мы, короче, с ним поговорили, и он сказал, что у него птичьи дела, и он подождет нас на улице. Вот. Вообще мне в этой игре единственное, что не нравится, это огромное количество разговоров. Ну, не единственное, конечно, но мне не нравится здесь огромное количество разговоров. Просто даже шага нельзя ступить, чтобы... Так, и вот мне не нравятся вот эти вот непонятные зависания, которые, походу, зависят даже не от графики, а непонятно от чего, потому что они хоть на высокой, хоть на низкой, хоть на средней. Я уже, поменял графику несколько раз. То есть это явно что-то не в графике дело. давайте Escape прожмем. Escape прожмем, оно отлагает в самом начале. Ну вот, собственно, вот приблизительно из-за таких вот тем. Я вот серьезно не понимаю, что это такое. Ну, короче, то... Вот из-за таких вещей я, блин, не могу доиграть эту игру, потому что она застряет. И непонятно, что с этим вообще делать. Можно попробовать включить вертикальную... Не, а если я попробую включу вертикальную синхронизацию? Типа она у меня выключена. Но если я включу вертикальную синхронизацию, сейчас средние настройки... Может быть, лучше включить вертикальную синхронизацию. Хотя нет. Хотя не знаю. Сейчас, короче, попробую включить вертикальную синхронизацию. Сейчас она отлагает и включим. А, вон оно как даже. Так, настройки. Графика. Среднее, пусть среднее. Вот эту вот фигню мы, наверное, уберем на минимал. А где эта вертикальная синхронизация? Вот, она включена. Она включена. Может, наоборот, отключить. Ладно. Применить изменения. Постпроцессинг минимал. Все остальное так. Так, а что... А, ну да, надо с этим, с... Что такое постпроцессинг? Неважно. Главное, что... Ладно, минимал. Может быть, вот... Ладно, я думаю, нормально. Так. Ну-ка, Зоя что-нибудь скажет про картину?
I'm scared enough of cows and horses. Adding a turtle shell and a giraffe's neck doesn't really help matters much.
Ну, вроде я поставил постпроцессор минимал, как-то лучше, говорю, стало. Нифига не лучше. Не, мне кажется, это что-то не в графике дело. Это непонятно в чем дело. Отключить вертикальную синхронизацию. Попробовать. Что такое вообще вертикальная синхронизация? Вертикальная синхронизация, это, по-моему, вот это вот подгон кадров, по-моему, да? Вот. Может, реально его отключить лучше. Графика. Выключить.
So many books. Which makes sense, given that this used to be a library. Ennu's really weird and very sweet, and I like her a lot.
Abnaksusa, Purple Mountains, Ular... Ula. Nope, nothing, no. I've been trying to find a book or scroll or manuscript or map or torn note page or ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or the Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has never let me down before. Bad library!
She seems so curious about me, and I haven't asked her a single question. Ennu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Ennu. I am Ennu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane. I mean, there's Jakai. He's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
I go to school. I mean, I did. Then my world started shutting down, so no more school.
Ну-ка, как у нее
I went to school too.
открывается?
Until I was 10, and then my father taught me how to ride a leapfur and hunt jumpers in the jungle. Also, I had to work at the farm. Didn't leave a whole lot of time for schoolwork, or anything else. I feel we have so much in common.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
There must be something here. This is where I try to connect and make friends. You just joined the Resistance?
Oh, yes. No.
Что-то вообще губы не
Not really
открываются.
just. About half a year ago? Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, fun.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a bad situation.
Right, and it's my duty. We're doing good, important work here. Also, I didn't want to end up living the life my parents wanted for me.
I can identify with that.
This is so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that. Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
I do. I think. We haven't spoken in a while, and he doesn't know. I think we need to have a long talk if I get back home. It's been a very tough year, for the both of us. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried my best to forget, but the memories caught up with me. Oh, Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Не, нормально вроде.
Yes, please?
There must be... So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read. I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues, but
Nothing about the Purple Mountains or the Ula?
nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially, but the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated, or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel terrible. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could...
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place? I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaksus's stone tree, if I can't even get a mattress that isn't flea and maggot infested. Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
Sorry about that. Disregard him. Not important. There must be something in this library. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep digging until I find something.
That guy looks familiar, but I'm not quite sure where I... Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be Miss Striped Britches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartellus are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Except for, not those words exactly.
Oh, I left my life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now. I'm making a difference.
Are you an actual general?
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here so the place don't crumble to pieces. Shepard's busy with the strategering. Kian sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary, and Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the larder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
Что-то отключение вот этого фигни, ну, вертикальной синхронизации не очень-то и помогает, походу. Вернем. Вернем, короче, все. Графика. Так, а это... Фу. Ну вот это вот тоже галочки поставим. Может быть, даже будет лучше, если я здесь галочки поставлю. Depth of Field. Везде галочки поставим. Вот здесь. Так. Так. И так. Так, это сглаживание, насколько я понимаю, да, сглаживание. Поставим, либо low, либо high. Ну, попробуем, кстати, выставить максимум. Попробуем. Quality. Вот это среднее поставим. Это high. Это medium. И здесь все галочки. Попробуем так.
It's a long shot, but... Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye. Aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains. They're...
No, sorry. Purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle. The Turtle Mountains. Nope, never heard of him. Sorry.
He was theoretically blind, but now he can see. It makes less and less sense the more I think about it. What happened to your theoretical blindness?
Cured! I was blind, theoretically, but now I can see. To be honest, some days I wonder if I ever was theoretically blind, or if it was all hypothemetaphysical. You know, just in my head, like.
Oh,
It was simpler being blind Bob and resorting to beggaring and vagrancy than taking a long, hard look at myself in a speculum, particularly on account of the blindness. I wish me old pa could have lived to see me. He always believed in me, even when I didn't. To the bitter end, he told me I had potential. I nodded and wept and promised him I'd try my best. Then, as he drew his last ragged breath, I stole his purse and his breeches. Well, pa, I'm sorry about the breeches. I'm making something of life now. Making something of myself. I'm no longer blind Bob. Call me Bob who can see.
I just can't imagine how the blind Bob I met in Mercuria turned into this man. It's an impressive transformation. How did you end up with the rebels?
Not long after you and I met, I overdosed on mulled wine. Spooked me good, that did. I figured I had two choices. Either spend the remainder of my days in the gutter, stinking of foreign spices and currants, and, to be honest, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of days left. Or I could clean myself up, try to amount to something after a lifetime wasted on wine, women...
Стоп. Попробуем вот эту штуку еще повыше сделать. Я не знаю, я хочу... А просто high качества нету. Medium. Awesome. Ну, допустим, awesome. Вот, блин, галочка Depth of Field убралась все равно. Но попробуем на самом высоком. Может быть, будет лучше. И вот эту вот галочку поставим еще. Я не могу... Чего она не ставится? Так. Угу. Ну-ка.
And various gutters. The moment I looked up, I saw how the Azadi were running magicals out of Marcuria. I couldn't ignore it. It was disgraceful. I mean, magicals always treated me with kindness and respect. I felt I owed them. So, here I am, doing my part and paying my debts. Aside from the gambling and the bar tabs, mind you. And I feel 20 years younger to boot.
Do you know someone called Abnaksusa?
Abnaksusa? Now there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years. Where do you know it from?
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaksusa recently. Well, I dreamed about
Он мне
Abnaksusa.
снился
Or
Абнаксус,
maybe
или
it was
может это
more like
было
a
больше
vision.
как видение.
This sounds crazy, I know,
Это
but
звучит безумно, я знаю,
Sounds
но
completely sane to me,
для меня
lass.
звучит вполне нормально,
Abnaksusa
дешевле
turning
Абнаксус,
up in
который
visions.
является в видениях, это
That's
вполне в
exactly the
духе
sort
этого
of fellow
парня,
he was.
настойчив, непредсказуем
Persistent,
и порядков
unpredictable,
надоедлив.
and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar
Я встречал
ambassador to
его, когда он
Ivy.
был послом
This was
Винаров
before
от
the
Айреда.
gutters,
Это
when
было до
I was
нищеты,
still a
когда
dapper
я
chap
еще
on the
был
Marcurian
фронтом на
parties.
вечеринках Меркурия.
We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going
Мы
blind
нашли общий язык,
theoretically,
глядя на
and
то,
he
как я
saw
слеп
everything,
теоретически, а
past,
он
present,
видел
and
все,
future.
прошлое, настоящее и
Years
будущее.
later, as he was leaving town,
Покинув
he
город много
entrusted me
лет
with the
назад, он
key to
доверил
his
мне
home,
ключ от своего дома,
said
сказал о
to
нем
take care
позаботиться.
of it. I'd sleep there from time to time.
Я
Very
ночевал там время от
uncomfortable
времени,
bunk.
очень
Musty
неудобная койка,
smell of ancient
запах
books and
древних
foreign
книг и
ones.
чужеродных
I didn't
сорняков.
much
Если на
care for it,
чистоту,
to be
то я не
honest.
особо о них заботился.
I'm sure he said key.
Уверен, он
And
сказал
where there's a
ключ,
key?
а на каждый ключ...
You said something about a key.
Вы что-то
To
сказали о
Abnaksus's
ключе от
house?
дома Абнаксуса.
They called it the abode back
Раньше его
then.
называли обителью
Abnaksus's abode.
Абнаксуса.
Primitive accommodations, but luxurious
Минимальные удобства,
location,
зато роскошное
prime
расположение,
real estate,
превосходное
central
имение в
with a
центре
garden
с
view,
видом на сад,
very
ночью
quiet at
очень
night.
тихо.
And the key?
А ключ,
Do
он
you still
еще у
have
вас?
it?
Простите,
Sorry,
это
this is
действительно
really
важно.
important.
Oh, I carry it with me every day.
О да, я ношу его с
After
собой
all, it
каждый
is a
день. В конце
magic
концов,
key.
это же магический ключ.
Figured
Я
it might
полагал,
do
что
me
он
lumbago
сможет вылечить
some
мой
good.
радикулит.
What about this house? I
А
mean,
что насчет
the
его дома,
abode?
то есть обители?
Ah, also still there. and
тоже
not
все
hard
еще
to
там.
find,
Ее легко
sits
найти,
right
стоит в
circled
самом
in the
центре
center of the
городского
city
сквера.
green.
Абнаксус вырезал ее из
Abnaksus
окаменелого
carved
дерева
it
своими
out of a
собственными
petrified
мерзительными
tree
огромными
with his
руками.
own morbidly huge hands. A few years ago, the authorities
Пару
turned
лет
it into an
назад власти
historical
сделали ее
landmark.
историческим памятником.
Of course,
Разумеется, никто
no
не
one
может
can
войти
get
внутрь,
inside
учитывая магию
on
Венеров.
account of the Venar magic. Not without the key,
Но,
at least.
во всяком случае, не без ключа.
This key, can I...
Этот ключ,
No,
могу ли
sure.
я... О, конечно.
Heavier than it looks, ain't
Тяжелее,
it?
чем кажется, правда?
More
Гораздо прочнее
powerful
железа,
than
к тому же
iron,
ценнее всех
worth its
драгоценных
weight in
камней.
precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to
Эта
the
магия
first
восходит
magic.
к изначальной
None of
магии.
that
Это тебе не
modern
современный фокус-покус. Ты
hocus-pocus.
ощущаешь ее в
You
пальцах,
feel
когда
it in your
его
fingers
держишь.
when you
Вызывает
hold it.
дрожь, не так ли?
Tingles, don't it?
It does.
И правда,
Sorry,
простите,
I know
знаю,
this is
что
asking a
прошу
lot,
слишком
but
многого,
can
но
I-
можно ли я мне...
Borrow it? Aye, why not?
Одолжить? Ага,
It's done the
почему нет?
lumbago no good.
Он не вылечил
And I
мои
don't have
радикулиты,
much
там
use
в
for the
доме мне
place
сейчас
now
ничего
that
не надо,
I've a
так
proper
как теперь
bunk here.
здесь у меня есть настоящая
But
койка.
keep it safe. Abnaksus
Береги его,
left most
Абнаксус
of his
ставил
belongings
большую часть
behind
своего
and
имущества и
entrusted
доверил мне
me with their
их
care.
сохранность. Мне бы
I'd
не
hate to
хотелось
betray
предавать
that
его
trust.
доверие.
I promise.
Обещаю. Поговорите с Шепард. Кстати, вроде как перестал, ну, типа оно зависает, но, по крайней мере, оно, ну, не так вот, ненадолго зависает. Оно раньше, типа, оно надолго зависало. А, типа, сейчас на высоких настройках, на самых высоких, ну, не на самых высоких настройках, там было видно, что не самые высокие, там лайт на медиум, но все равно, вроде сейчас, не знаю, мне кажется, так и сейчас лучше. Да с этими настройками в этой игре фиг разберешься на самом деле, что лучше поставить, чтобы не зависало.
Shepherd, leader of the rebels. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. She scares me a bit.
You spoke with the general.
Ты разговаривала с
Did you
генералом, ты
find
узнал,
what you were
что
looking for?
то, что хотела.
It's a step in the right direction.
Это шаг в верном направлении.
Good.
Хорошо.
I've asked them to
Я
ready a
попросил
boat for
подготовить
you.
для тебя лодку.
Whenever
Когда
you're
будешь
ready, it
готова,
will take you
она
into the
везет
city.
тебя в город.
I may not fully understand
Может,
your
я не
role,
совсем
Zoe,
понимаю твою роль,
but there's
Зоя,
something
но
about
есть в
you
тебе
that-
что-то, что,
I've learned to have faith in the balance.
типа,
The balance provides.
баланс
The
тебя
balance guides. It's
направляет,
guiding you now.
он тебя направляет,
You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
We shall speak again, Zoe
мы
Castillo.
еще увидимся, Зоя
When the winds
Кастильо.
have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the great plain stands straight and tall once more.
Что-то... Ладно. Сложно. Ладно, оно зависает, но... Блин, на высоких настройках все равно лучше играть. Как-то лучше все выглядит. А зависает оно, по-моему, на любых настройках, хоть на низких, хоть на средних.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to.
Блин, пока оно загружается, я просто, блин, я просто засыпаю, пока оно загружается. Это что такое? Ну, уже все должно загрузиться. Те обитель Абнаксуса на городском
Now
складе.
I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
You're back! And your head's still on! Did you swim?
Swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaksusa.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me. I really wish you had wings.
So do I.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean, evening's a great time for me.
I fit right in with the locals. I like their style. Maybe I can introduce a line of Arcadia-influenced fashion when I get back.
Who's into the set? I must admit that I'm getting rather excited about seeing their new.
How's your memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
Seeing as I spent most of my time...
Да, попытались забыть. Ну,
People look friendly enough, but I only see humans, no magicals. What happened to them? I fit right in with the locals. I like their style. Maybe I can introduce a line of Arcadia-influenced fashion when I get back. What's going on here? Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaksus's abode? Great. That's great.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so. Apparently so.
Она вылетела. Она вылетела, ребят. Вообще. Ладно, я, короче, тогда перезапущу. Да, кстати, она и было понятно, что она вылетит, потому что этот баг с птицей, потому что она не типа не должна была, наверное, опуститься. Ну, то есть, ну, понятно. Ладно, я перезапущу, потому что на такой ноте заканчивать вообще не вариант. Тут, мне кажется, дело не в качестве графики, тут в чем-то другом. Так. Главное, чтобы микрофоном с микро все нормально было, не пищал. Я надеюсь, не пищит. Ну, если пищит... Не, я надеюсь, не пищит. Да. Не, если так долго будет грузиться, это жесть. Если... Надо тогда графику сбавлять. Не знаю. Фиг знает вообще, что лучше, с высокой графикой, с низкой графикой.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Да, надо сбавить графику. Оно вылетает. Оно вылетает. Надо сразу же перейти в раздел графику и избавить графику. Короче, выключить постпроцессинг, в принципе, можно оставить. Просто качество графики с awesome перекинуть на medium. И все, остальное оставить. Попробовать вот так. Ой, так, значит, пробел. Сразу же перейдем в настройки и перекинем качество графики на медиум, чтобы оно не вылетало хотя бы. Хотя фиг знает, реально непонятно, что с этой графикой. Настройки. Графика. Медиум. Типа вот еще. Awesome. Это awesome. Ну окей, вот high. High это что? Что выключает? Awesome. Medium. Какую-то гамму, да? Дистанция, понятно. Дистанция прорисовки. Или, вообще дистанция тени. Так, вот это вот снизим на 1. Нет, не нон вообще. Пусть это будет quality. Что, только quality? Ну ладно. SEO high. Теневая дистанция. Это дистанция тени. Это... Фиг знает. Ну, допустим, не awesome, high. Вот это непонятно. Ладно, пусть это останется. Продолжить. Да, интересно. Перезапускаем. Ну ладно. Ничего. Поставим на медиум. Все поставим на медиум. Так, ладно, или стоп, у меня сохранилось там так графика. Ну ладно, или оставить так, если еще раз вылетит, победить на медиум. Короче, awesome качество не пойдет, потому что оно с awesome качеством вылетает. Может быть, на high качестве оно лучше будет. Ну, типа low качество вообще фигня, вообще лучше не ставить. Короче, эта игра, короче, это типа просто вот... Она интересная, здесь очень интересная история, но суть в том, что она как-то очень то, блин, вылетает, то еще какая-то фигня.
So this is it. Abode of,
Apparently so.
big ugly thing what speak... And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Once this unholy tree's been knocked down, the electorate will take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things done. Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess that. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, sucking up to their feminine deity. Give me a world without gods and goddesses, a world ruled by humans and true Northlanders. No magicals, no supernatural women folk, no superstitious invaders. A world by and for man, with the woman in her rightful place at home. Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris, Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
It looks like they're trying to destroy... He appears to be an Azadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is. I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the Resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without Owner Hilaris.
Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so. It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris, Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris, Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Galmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family. Away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
It looks like they're trying to destroy Abnaksus's abode. Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Well, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game is. You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honor Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be, yes, yes.
I've had enough. Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honor is a vote for humanity. Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a
Я
tree.
уже знаю этот способ, потому что, я доходил до этого. Просто сейчас давайте тогда, чтобы не ходить по кругу да около, сразу же. Значит, во-первых, нам надо к ворону. А где он? А он завис у меня, да? Где он? Ворон. Боже мой.
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not saying he's useless.
Это интересно. Ну-ка, я поднимусь повыше. Если я сейчас пройду вот сюда.
That's where I need to go, but I'm not getting inside until those men are all gone.
А как я, собственно, все сделаю, если у меня ворон завис? Какая же классная игра просто. А как я это... Так. А что мне теперь делать? У меня ворон завис. Я не выполню этот квест, потому что у меня ворон висит в воздухе. Просто. Как же круто. Ну, перезагружаемся тогда. Я что сделаю? Я не выполню этот квест, потому что у меня ворон просто тупо висит нафиг в воздухе. Так, все. Спокойно. Спокойно. Это даже на самом деле забавно, с другой стороны. Ну как забавно. Единственное, что я очень долго, блин, прохожу этот момент, эти моменты все. Потому что... Из-за вот таких вот багов странных. Короче, меняем качество на медиум и не паримся. Ну, потому что с медиум, со средним качеством у меня, по крайней мере, не было таких багов. Ну или еще раз попробовать. Вот, обитель Абнаксуса. Ну-ка, сейчас, если я сейчас перезагружусь, у меня, ну... Главное, чтобы сейчас ворон опустился. Короче, сейчас тогда ничего вообще не спрашиваем у этого Онора, потому что, в принципе, что по второму кругу спрашивать. Если сейчас у меня ворон не опустится, меняем качество на среднее. Все. Ля-ля-ля-ля. Ля-ля-ля. Ворон, опускайся, я тебя умоляю.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Ясно. Настройки. Графика. Графика, я сказал. Медиум. Применить изменения. Загрузить игру. Загрузить.
Huh. So
как
this is
сразу.
it.
Он
Abode
сразу
of
приземлился.
big ugly
Со
thing what
средней
speaks funny?
графикой.
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Давайте сразу же его направим. Я могу его сразу же... А, нет. Ну, вот так нажму.
Good bird.
Once this unholy tree's been knocked down, the electric will take me seriously.
Ладно,
They'll
еще
see I
раз
have the
послушаем
power to
этого
get
мужика,
things
ничего
done.
страшного.
Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess... Ah! A member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris, Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
Let's see if I... It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Marcurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council.
Все-таки
He was
интересно,
respected,
эта игра
feared,
то она
and admired by
зависает,
all.
то у нее
Of
баги
course,
какие-то,
that was before he was beguiled by that Galmari witch.
то
She
еще
used her
что-то.
wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family, away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
He appears to be an Asadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is. I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game is. You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch. to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be, yes, yes.
I've had enough. Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honour is a vote for humanity. Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a tree.
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not saying he's useless.
Направляем его, но...
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Why?
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
Is that the best you can do? Oh, I take the axe myself if I can just moisturise my hands. This dry air.
Так, по-моему, мы его не туда направили. Еще раз. Вот сюда нам. Не к телеге, а вот сюда.
Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
A talking
Geronimo!
bird! Filthy magic! Damnation, where did he go?
Yeah, I know the drill.
Still, you filthy little fowl.
А, наоборот надо.
What kind of shoddy job are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about? They should provide us with a few of their explosive sticks so that we can take matters into our own hands and eradicate this sorcerous plague.
If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would have
skin
thumped
crawls
that
at the
reactionary
very
misogynist
idea
on
of
the
a
head.
cult flying
No court would
creatures
convict me.
within
It
the
would be
city
justified
walls.
homicide.
Ну-ка еще.
After talking to Mr. Hilaris, I want nothing more than to administer a solid beating. But I think I'll leave that for next time.
That God's damn talking bird! Magical aberration! Forget my hands on the filthy feathered thing. I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Let's play this nice and cool, Zoe. About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where?
В. Ну вот. Около телеги. На телеге.
Go look for that goddamn bird over there.
Are you doing this just to annoy me? Because it's working.
Don't move, I've got you now. Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
That was brilliant!
Это было
First,
великолепно.
I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left.
Потом случилась эта кутерьма
End scene.
и занавес.
It was almost like one of those puppet
Это было
shows that
почти
Wizard
как в
puts on
одном
in
из
the
тех
square.
прикольных
It
представлений,
was
которые делает волшебник
hilarious!
на площади. Это было
I'm glad you enjoyed
уморительно.
it.
Рад, что тебе
That's the
понравилось.
most fun I've had since...
Это самое веселое,
since-
что со мной приключалось с тех пор, как...
I don't know. I guess
Я не
since I
знаю,
hung out
наверное,
with
с тех
April
пор,
all
как я
those years
тусовался с
ago.
Эйприл много лет назад.
Locked, but I have the key.
Поставил я средние настройки, вроде нормально. Не, но все равно. Сколько у меня? 3 раза вылетало. Сейчас. Не, я еще раз повторяю. Главное, чтобы микрофон писал нормально. А уж это... Блин, я больше расстроюсь, если у меня не запишется запись с этого, с микро. Ну, то есть... Да не, она должна записаться, по идее. Все нормально должно быть.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside.
Внутри это место кажется
It
намного
is a
больше.
lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I
Это
feel
место
dizzy.
гораздо просторнее.
There
Ладно.
must be magic here because this makes
Наверное, это
no
магия,
sense.
иначе это
Things
какая-то
can't be
бессмыслица.
bigger on the
Вещи не
inside
могут
than on the
внутри быть больше,
outside.
чем снаружи.
Then again, why should I be
И
surprised?
опять-таки,
I've
чего
seen
я
weirder
удивляться?
things.
Я видел вещи
Weird is my new normal.
постраннее. Теперь странность для меня норма.
Right, so, clues.
Точно. Так, подсказки. Так, значит, нам надо подойти, насколько я помню, к...
Those are some portentous looking books.
Короче, мы сейчас
I wish I
доиграем
could
до
read
того
them.
момента, на котором я остановился, когда на неудачных записях. Я надеюсь, что эта запись-то будет удачной. Потому что я очень на это надеюсь. Ну как, она уже... Ну, не важно. Ладно, все.
Oh, that's interesting.
О, это интересно. Здесь мы
Someone's
без
here.
разницы.
And I'm... Get out of my...
Whoa, Nelly! Easy, easy. There's nothing to worry about. Zoe Castillo. You're literally the last person I expected to find in here.
Так, ну
He's
здесь
right.
интересно.
This is a very odd coincidence. I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. Brian, right?
Right. Brian. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I
Год
remember
выдался
nothing.
запутанным, некоторое время я
To be
ничего не
honest, I was
помню.
doing everything I could to
Честно
forget.
говоря, я делал все
That
возможное,
didn't
чтобы
really help.
забыть, но это не помогло.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss
Мне слишком
Castillo.
хорошо знакомо это чувство, мисс
So
Кастильо.
you're back in
Итак, вы
Mercuria,
вернулись в
and in
Меркурию, и
this
всех
place of all
мест именно
places.
сюда.
How in the name of the
Как во
balance
имя
did you
баланса
get
вы
inside?
проникли внутрь?
People have been trying for years, but this
Люди
house
годами
has
пытаются сюда
strong
попасть,
wards.
но этого дома
Vanar
мощная
magic,
защита,
the
магия
oldest there is.
Винаров, самая древняя в
And
мире.
now I understand
И теперь
why.
я
It's
понимаю,
a
почему.
treasure
Это же
trove.
сокровищница.
Like that book you were looking at.
Как та
That's the
книга,
Annals of
что вы
Dreaming.
просматривали,
Only
это
5
летопись
were
снов.
ever made.
Существует
It
только
must be
5
worth...
таких книг, она должно быть стоит...
Well, it's valuable,
Но
extremely
она
valuable.
ценная, очень ценная.
I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything yet. Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust him. I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything yet. I know my way around wards.
Я знаю, как обращаться с
So I
защитой.
see.
Заметно.
Your talents run deeper than I
Ваши
remember,
таланты
Miss
стали
Castillo.
безграничнее, чем я
I'm
помню, мисс
impressed.
Кастилью. Я впечатлен.
Pardon my curiosity, but what are
Простите
you
мое
looking
любопытство, но
for
что вы
here?
здесь ищете?
Abnaksus
Абнаксус пропал
himself vanished a
10 лет
decade
назад.
ago.
It's not that I don't trust him, but I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him. It's not that I don't trust him, but I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him. I'm trying to find out where Abnaksus went after he
Я
left
пытался
Mercuria.
знать, куда отправился
And
Абнаксус.
you believe the answer's in here somewhere. You're probably right.
Возможно, вы
Looks
правы.
like I picked the perfect day
Видимо,
for a
я выбрал
stroll in
идеальный
the
день для
green.
прогулки в сквер.
I was wondering why that odorous
Мне стало
Hillerus fellow
интересно,
wasn't
почему
still
тот
trying to
благоухающий
chop this
товарищ
tree
Хиллари
down.
составил попытки срубить это дерево.
Now I know.
Теперь знаю.
Let's see if we find anything
Посмотрим,
interesting,
найдем
shall
ли
we?
здесь что-нибудь интересное. Так, и теперь, насколько мне помнится, мне нужно найти 3 подсказки. Блин, я так рад, что вроде как сейчас оно не тормозит и не лагает и не... Я не знаю. Так, заметка 1.
Interesting.
Заметка 2. Заметка 3. Ну, по идее,
This
вот этих
is
заметок должно
fascinating.
хватить для мистера Вестхауса.
What do you think this means?
Как вы думаете, что это значит?
I'm not sure there's
Уверен,
much to
что
learn from
отсюда
that
мы
one.
много узнаем. Окей. Отсюда.
This looks interesting.
Вот это похоже
The
занятное.
first dreamer
Первый
references in the
сновидец
annals
упоминается
of
в летописях
dreaming.
снов. Это как раз та
That's
самая
this book
книга в
right
голове
here.
о первом
And the
сне.
chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting
Это,
point. Let's see
несомненно,
what it
отправная точка.
says.
Посмотрим, что там
Can you
написано.
read that book?
Вы понимаете,
I've
что
lived
здесь
in Arcadia
написано?
for decades, and there
Я
hasn't
прожил в
been
Аркадии
much to
десятки
do
лет, и
aside
кроме
from
изучения
studying
древних текстов
ancient
заняться
texts.
особо
So
было
yes,
нечем,
I
так
can read this
что да,
book.
я понимаю, что здесь написано.
Let's
Нечем.
see. The chapter in question
Посмотрим, в этой главе
speaks
написано
of
об
the
уларах. Их
Ular.
называют
They are said to
хранителями
be
дремлющего.
wardens of the
Что бы это ни
dreaming
значило.
one, whatever that means. It's a rough translation.
Это
The English
приблизительный
language
перевод.
isn't quite
На
up to
английский
the
с точностью
task.
все не передать.
The Ular and the
Улары и Йети,
Yeti,
один народ,
one people that
разделяющийся
split into
надвое.
two.
Звучит знакомо.
That sounds familiar. It says here the Yeti left the Purple
Здесь
Mountains to
говорится,
go
что Йети
south,
покинули Пурпурные горы,
to
чтобы
burrow
уйти на
into the
юг,
ground
зарыться в землю.
something
Что-то
about a
колодцы
well
снов.
of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is
То
true
есть я не
and how
знаю,
much
что
is
здесь правда,
fantasy
а
or
что
prophecy.
вымысел
It's
или пророчество. Эту
a
книгу сложно
difficult book to
расшифровать. Здесь
decipher. There's also something about two
Здесь
dreamers
еще что-то о
becoming
двух
one.
сновидцах, сливающихся
It's
в
vague.
едино.
This
Не
is
совсем
almost
ясно, это
certainly a
почти,
prophecy of some
несомненно,
sort.
своего рода пророчество.
The Ular live on
Улары
Cloud
живут на
Peak.
облачном
It's
пике
in the
в горах
mountains of
Едра.
Yedra.
Где это на карте?
Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is.
Вот,
Straight
прямо на
north
севере,
across
по
the
ту
plains,
сторону равнин,
right
прямо
in
посреди
the middle of the border
приграничных гор.
mountains. This is an old book, so
Это старая
I
книга,
don't know if they still
поэтому я не
live
знаю,
there.
живут ли они там
I've never
еще
heard
там.
of
Я
the
никогда не
Ular. They
слышал об
might all
уларах,
be
они
dead.
все могут быть мертвы.
I'm not sure how useful this
Не
is to you,
уверен,
but
есть ли от этого
there it
какая-то
is.
польза, но такие вот дела. Вот это вот записка, заметка.
I knew it.
What do you think this means?
Как вы думаете, что это значит?
I'm not sure there's
Не
much to learn
уверен,
from
что
that
отсюда
one.
мы многое узнаем. Так, вот это вот, которое выпало.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages. That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Fascinating.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
Что такое
I'm
камень
not sure.
душ?
The
Дюш.
soul stone was taken from Luke's by the
Камень душ
warlock
был
Clax. It
украден у
must be
Люкс колдуном
retrieved, or the
Клаксом.
past, present,
Его
and
нужно
future
отыскать,
will
иначе
cease
прошлое,
to be.
настоящее и будущее прекратят свое
That sounds
существование.
ominous.
Звучит
It
зловеще.
does indeed.
Действительно,
about any
я ничего не
soul
знаю
stone,
ни о
but
каком
I'm
камне душ, но
guessing
полагаю,
this
этот
Clax
приятель
fellow does.
Клякс знает.
I wonder if Abnaksus means
Интересно,
old Roper
Абнаксуса имеет в
Clax.
виду старика Ропера
April
Клакса.
told me his story. He was a two-bit
Эйприл
wizard who resided in a
рассказывал
floating
мне его
castle up north
историю.
near the
Он был
border
колдуном
mountains.
выскочкой и жил в парящем
April
замке
said
на
she taught him a
севере,
lesson.
вроде
She
после
didn't get into any
приграничных гор.
details,
Эйприл
but
сказала,
he
что
lost his
преподала ему
castle.
урок. Она не
Last I
вдавалась в
heard, he's doing
подробности.
children's theater here in
Последнее, что я
town.
слышал, он
Reformed,
играет в
apparently,
театре
if
для
that's a
детей
thing a
здесь в
wizard
городе.
is
Видимо,
capable of.
исправился, если волшебники вообще на такое способны.
Sounds like this soul stone is important.
Похоже, этот
How
камень
do I
душ
go about
важен.
finding it?
С чего мне начать его
The clue's
поиски?
right here in the text. Roper
Подсказка
Clax,
прямо
wizard and
здесь, в тексте.
puppeteer. I'd
Роберт
start there if
Клакс,
I were you.
волшебник и кукловод. На твоем месте я бы с этого и начал. Так, и насколько я помню, мне еще нужно обыскать второй этаж. Так, а вот здесь ничего такого нет. Что это? Да нет, вроде.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Сейчас мы дойдем как раз до Клакса, вот до того места, на котором я остановился. И, наверное, закончим.
I knew it! I knew it!
Abnaksus was a very well-read man, thing.
Вроде как здесь я должен найти что-то две записки, что ли, или три, что-то типа того, или что. Вот заметка 1. Здесь еще какая-то должна быть. Вот это вот. Это не заметка?
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Короче, по-моему, здесь я должен найти две заметки какие-то. Вот это не заметка.
I knew it! I knew it!
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
Fascinating.
Ну ладно, может быть...
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Блин, все тут кажется заметкой.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Abnaksus was a very well-read man, thing.
I knew it!
There are
I
enough
knew it.
musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
Тут все кажется заметкой, на самом деле.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Ну ладно, эту заметку сейчас отдадим.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Here's another note.
Вот еще одна
On the
заметка.
matter of the kin
По
and the
поводу
approaching war of the
кино войны
balance.
баланса.
By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for. I can't believe it was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, Zoe. I'm in your debt.
Не, понятно, что еще что-то надо.
Mr. Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him, to be honest.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Да понятно, что еще одна записка должна быть, заметка. Только я ее что-то не нахожу.
Abnaksus was a very well-read man, thing.
The War of the Balance. Finally, something concrete.
I'm sure Abnaksus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak.
А может и не...
I can't wait to tell them.
Вот так. Ну все, я думаю, в принципе, наверное, можно... Вот, у меня и цель обновились. Может быть, там я просто не нашел эту заметку, может быть... Может быть, еще там есть какая-то заметка.
The War of the Balance.
Так, я еще раз осмотрю второй
Finally,
этаж.
something concrete.
Здесь вроде ничего такого нету.
I can't wait to tell them. The War of the Balance. Finally, something concrete.
Ну, короче, ладно, я думаю, что мы все нашли, что нужно.
I think I have what I need. I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, this is... It's private property, isn't it?
Abnaksusa isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
Нет, мы откажем.
He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful.
Ну, я просто
It doesn't look
почитаю.
like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Abnaksus's abode. I'm sorry, I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
Only
joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
Все, и погнали к этому, к Лаксу. Как раз уже мы близко к тому месту, на котором я остановился. Я, короче, дошел до Клакса, посмотрел его представление. Ну и, собственно, сейчас как раз дойдем до Клакса, посмотрим его представление и закончим, я думаю, на этом. Тем более, блин, у меня игра это несколько раз вылетала. И я, честно говоря, уже хочу закончить на сегодня. Главное, чтобы с микрофоном было все в порядке, чтобы микро не пищал.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope.
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Я вообще правильно иду? Что-то не понимаю. Где у нас ворон-то?
So what's your take on this Hillarist fellow? I keep seeing his face.
The National Front. I'm all for it. It's about bloody time we started taking...
Are you saying the Magicals did?
Get
Why would they do that? They were safe in there. Their homes, their businesses. Why would they burn that down? Their magic
А вот.
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not saying he's useless. Roper Clax, I presume. He looks wizardly, as in how I expected wizards to look when I was 10.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today, only...
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, hmm? Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
It's an odd name for a children's puppet show. The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike. Gilbert Grutton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the Fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it. Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
Didn't he in April? This has to be the right man. You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
But you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
I might as well get right to it, seeing as his show is about to begin. Didn't he and April have some sort of confrontation? Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan? Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The the brave young woman who came to my castle and stole it, and helped me put my sorceress past behind me.
How could I possibly forget?
He's obviously got some issues with April. I'd be curious to learn more. So, about April.
Why does everyone want to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't do. No, I must apologize. You see, April and I had some disagreements in the past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, yeah, she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azadi benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
I might as well get right to it, seeing as his show is about to begin. Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be?
That was a long time ago.
Я двигаюсь дальше, теперь я другой человек во всех
I've moved
смыслах.
on. I'm a different person now in every way.
I was just wondering what
Мне
happened to the
просто
stone.
интересно, что стало с камнем.
She took it.
Она
that
забрала его, это
bitch.
сука.
Balance? Pardon me?
Баланс,
I
прости
don't know
меня,
where
я
that
не
came
знаю,
from.
откуда это вырвалось.
Who?
Кто?
Yaga.
Яга,
The wicked
истинная
witch of the
ведьма Севера,
north,
как
as
ее
these
называют эти
simpletons call her.
простофили, будто им
As if
известно,
they have
кто и
any
что
idea
она
who and what she truly
на самом деле
is.
такое.
She lurks in Riverwood in
Она
the dark
затаилась в
places. She
Riverwood, в
feeds on
мрачных
that
уголках. Она
stone
питается
like
этим камнем, как
Like I said,
я уже
that's
сказал,
in
это в
the
прошлом,
past, and
и я
I've left
оставил
it
всё это
all
позади
behind
давным-давно.
long ago. Now I make an
Теперь я
honest
честно
living,
зарабатываю,
bringing
принося
joy to
детям
children
радость с
through
помощью
my
моего
most
самого
excellent and
замечательного и
revolutionary finger
революционного
puppet theater.
пальчикового кукольного
And on
театра.
that note,
И
I
на
must
этой
beg your
ноте я
pardon,
прошу
young miss.
вашего
The show
прощения,
is about
юный
to
мисс, шоу
begin.
вот-вот начнется.
Can we please talk again afterwards?
Пожалуйста, можем
I
ли мы
have some more
поговорить еще
questions.
после шоу? У меня есть еще
Sure,
пару
sure,
вопросов.
sure.
Конечно,
Absolutely.
абсолютно.
After
После
the
шоу,
show. After the
да-да-да.
show. Yes. Toodaloo.
Ага, после шоу не получится поговорить, я уже знаю.
Yes, here we go.
Ай, прикольно у него, кстати, там фигурки.
This is gonna be so good.
Это будет очень хорошо.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Дамы и
boys and
господа, мальчики,
girls,
девочки,
humans
люди.
and,
Людей
well, humans,
и люди.
and you, Azadi soldier
Ну и вы
standing over there,
сразу
you're
оттуда
welcome to
стоящего
watch,
там,
just
вы
don't
можете
rattle your
посмотреть,
sabers
только не
or
гремите
rustle your
своими
suits.
саблями и костюмами.
Welcome to this
Добро
morning's
пожаловать
performance
на это
of
утреннее представление.
The Fingerlings.
Напальничек.
I am your host and
Я ваш
puppeteer,
ведущий,
Rupert
Руперт
Clax,
Клакс,
esteemed
уважаемый
thespian and
актер-рассказчик,
raconteur,
автор и хозяин
author and
театра, моя книга
entrepreneur.
уже
My
попалась в
book is
бесплатном мире.
available for purchase with a free personalized dedication.
читать не буду.
Speak to me after the show. A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose. My beloved fingerlings. My beloved fingerlings. Handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players. You're all welcome to approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, Prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous winch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle. This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to visit the kindly wizard.
Ну, понятно, он про
This
себя и Эйбрил
ugly,
рассказывает.
selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy.
Наверное.
She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent
Я вот только
wandering
насчет
god
камня душ.
arrived to
Я
free
думал,
him
это
from his
Эйбрил у него
prison.
украл камни душ.
The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the
Скорее всего,
wandering
Эйбрил украл
god
и передала
in
вот этой Яге
return for
как-то.
vengeance against the
Возможно.
cruel witch
А
who
может-
trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What? What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
А мы хотели с ним
I
после
can't
представления.
believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
Ну-ка, я могу? Тут девочка. Подожди, я хочу с девочкой поговорить.
I don't think he's alone in there. He has company. There's something wrong with him. When I looked at his face, I saw shadows. Stupid wizard, he's still trapped. But this time he's trapped inside himself. I don't think he's alone in there. He has company.
Так, ну, собственно, вот на этом месте я остановился, но давайте мы все-таки сейчас найдем ворона, поговорим с ним.
They look shady. What do they do?
А где он
Steal a
вообще?
magic hammer or something?
Поговорите с вороном, да, я понимаю, понятно, что поговорите с вороном. Где он находится-то? Он был... Ну, тут был где-то.
The city feels all wrong without magicals around. I barely see any Dolmari or Zid in the streets these days, and you can forget about the more exotic ones. They're long gone.
Ну, короче, он здесь сидел. Его тут нету.
Are you saying the Magicals didn't destroy the ghetto? Why would they do that? They were safe in there. Their homes, their businesses. Why would they burn that down? They're Magicals.
Так, может быть, мы посмотрим вот его гримерку. Тут вроде ничего такого нет. Где ворон вообще? Не, ну вряд ли пошел, полетел опять вот к этому скверу. Ну вряд ли. Хотя, может быть, он и полетел к этому скверу. Хотя, с другой стороны, нафиг надо. Не лететь сюда. Нам точно с вороном надо поговорить. Может, нам надо спасти Ропера Клакса. Типа, Эйприл его заточила, а нам надо спасти теперь. Эйприл ему отомстила, а нам надо его спасти. В смысле? Нет, вряд ли. Надо найти ворона. Только где он? Он был здесь. Явно. Вот здесь он был. Так, хорошо. Если он был здесь... Ну, попробуем пройтись вот так по дороге. Скорее всего, он там где-то. Так, ладно, секунду. Секунду. Ну. Ну. Мне свернуться надо. Так. Во-первых, так.
The National Front. I'm all for it. Out of sight, out of mind. The city feels all wrong without magicals around. I barely see any Dolmari or Zid in the streets these days, and you can forget about the exotic ones.
A city with a sorceress soul.
Well said. That's exactly
They've always condemned magic. It's been on the cards, isn't it? If we wanted to do something about it.
true. Well, I mean, there is the magical resistance.
Condone terrorism.
The Asadi remind me of the Eye. Fascist soldiers are the same everywhere, even across parallel dimensions.
The city feels all wrong without magicals around. I barely see any Dolmari or Zid in the streets these days, and you can forget about the more exotic ones. They're long gone.
I must admit that I'm getting rather excited about seeing that. Next week, isn't it?
So,
2 words.
how's business?
Decorative. Pretty good.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Really? And the Yaga? The Wicker Witch?
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily. Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow me, Zoe.
Uh-oh.
It's either a cunning plan, or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The hat looked great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Mercuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
If everything goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me. Mush, Daisy, mush! Mush, Daisy, mush!
Whoa, whoa, I think you're upsetting her.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight.
Ща, уже заканчиваем. Вижу 3 часа, блин. Я очень надеюсь, что микрофон записался. Че, мы поймем, куда мы вообще поехали, куда мы приехали? А, это... Сколько еще займет это путешествие? Должно быть почти неделя.
It's been less than 2 days, and I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor.
Вот, и люди говорят, что у тебя теперь нет чувства юмора, и что это такое?
We're on a mission. This is neither the time nor place to make peace with Liko. We already fight side by side. That's our bond. Besides, I'm tired.
Все, короче, это зависание, знак, что пора заканчивать. Все, мы, в принципе, поняли, что Зоя поехала на чем-то на как прикольный... Ладно, если оно отвисло, стоп. Извиниться,
If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely it. Maybe there's still a chance to create a bond between us. We're on a mission. This is neither the time nor place to make peace with Liko. We already fight side by side. That's our bond. Besides, I'm tired. If there was ever a time to make peace with Liko, this is likely it. Maybe there's still a chance. I'm sorry about your father. I know that may not amount to much now, but I was a different person then. I was blind to the possibility that there could be more than one truth. There's been so much death on the road to this place. I left an innocent man behind to die during my escape from Friar's Keep. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I only caused him more pain. When I visited his widow, she only had hate for me. She couldn't understand my reasons for doing what I did. I ran Balsebakim through and watched him bleed to death so that I could make my escape through a blood magic portal. I still wonder if his sacrifice was worth it. Have I repaid that debt? Shepard believes so, but many thought him a better man than I, so why did he have to die? I've tortured men for information. What did I gain from these actions? What did it change? What would have been different had I acted differently? All of these choices, Liko, they add up. My soul is heavy. The others believe me unaffected because I carry on as if nothing happened. But their faces and voices are there when I close my eyes. Those deaths never leave me. No words can undo these deeds. There are no excuses for the wrongs I've committed. But I am trying to heal the wounds I've inflicted. It's a long journey, Liko, and...
I know. When you arrived from Friar's Keep, I wanted you dead.
Really? I couldn't tell.
And people say you have no sense of humor.
They do?
We've been through much since then. I believe I know you. A little. You've taken up arms against your own people, risking shame, death, and your immortal soul. Because you believe they're misguided. It cannot be easy being hated and feared by both sides. I may still despise you because you murdered my father. I may still dislike you because you're an arrogant and intolerant shit. But I respect you, Kian. And I trust you.
Intolerant shit.
Too harsh?
You may have a point.
Anyway, I'm exhausted. All this male camaraderie takes its toll. Keep to your side of the hold, or I may accidentally stab you in my sleep.
Да блин. Глава 10. Тьма. Вот как раз на главе 10 тьма можно и заканчивать. Сейчас я просто посмотрю, что тут происходит вообще. А, это мы едем. Ну, короче, поедем уже в следующий раз. Все, ладно, сохранить и выйти. На рабочий стол. Все, я надеюсь, самое главное, чтобы микрофон записался. Все, ребят, блин, 3 часа. 3 часа и это с вылетами, с невылетами, с лагами. Но, блин, под конец все вроде как настроилось. Все, ладно, продолжим уже в следующий раз. Я хочу доиграть эту игру. Ладно, все, всем пока.